Okay, Win. Good job. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a high school advice video, and this was one of the top most requested videos you guys were asking for on my Instagram. So first off, I have a couple notes that I want to talk to you guys about, and then I also asked you guys on Twitter to ask me a couple questions, so I'll be doing that at the very end of the video. So first off, I have don't take school too seriously, because people say that high school is the best 4 years of your life. Honestly, I don't think that's true. I think that it can be either really good or really bad. I think it's honestly both. I'm not gonna lie and say that high school is great, but I'm also not gonna say that high school is terrible, because it's not. So don't waste your entire high school years just studying away and overworking yourself. Seriously, only put on much of your plate as you can handle. So don't challenge yourself by taking too hard of classes. Something that I also want to talk about is that you're going to change a lot throughout high school, and you have to let yourself change throughout high school. In the beginning of 9th grade, I was like this girl that was so organized and so particular about everything and how everything was. And now I'm going to be a junior in high school, and I am nothing like how I was when I started freshman year. A lot of the friends that I started out with freshman year are also no longer my friends, which is another thing, is that your friend groups are going to change, and that's okay. You're gonna have friends come and go. You're gonna have friend groups that you might not like, but you might be in a different one the next day. You never know. Like, you're gonna find friends. Don't worry about that. But also, don't worry about friends leaving and friends coming in, because that's also a part of high school. It's really finding out who you are, and you have to do that by letting yourself change. Something that is really, okay, I was about to be really punny and say popular. A popular topic is popularity in high school. In middle school, popularity is something that was like huge, and you had to be like a popular or a cool kid to like go to the little middle school parties, or you know, whatever. High school popularity isn't a thing. It doesn't really exist. At least in my school it doesn't exist, because like I said, you have your friend groups, you have people that you like to hang out with, you have people that you don't like to hang out with, and you don't really go beyond that. You kind of just stick to who you like to hang out with, what you guys like to do, and then sometimes there's a party here and there. Yeah, you go to the party with your friends, and then that's when a whole bunch of friend groups mix. But honestly, it's just friend groups. There's no popular kids, there's no cool kids, so there's no one to be scared of on the first day of school if you're going to a new school, because honestly there isn't anyone to be on the hunt for. There's no Regina George, I promise. It's not like that. High school is not anything at all like the movies. Going along with the subject of popularity, it's so important to be yourself in high school, because if you aren't yourself in high school, you aren't ever going to find the right friends. You aren't going to allow yourself to change and to find who you truly are. It's so important to be yourself, and I know that it's really hard to, because you want to be accepted by your friends and by your peers and, you know, whatever. You just want to fit in. But once you see a graduating class graduate, or if you're friends with some of the seniors that graduate, or if you just graduate, you can join in with me on this, you realize that it does not matter what people think of you, because you graduate and because you leave them. When you leave high school, you move on and you become this person that you want to be. And whatever you did in high school does not matter anymore. Whatever those kids think about you, who cares? Let them think that. I'm sure you think things about people that you don't necessarily like. Who cares? They're not going to change for you, so why should you change for anyone else? A lot of high school videos that I watch always say to get involved, and I think that that is true to a certain extent. I personally don't do sports or clubs, so I can get involved in the sense of being on a sports team or joining a club. Getting involved with school does make it a little bit easier, rather than just going to school and then coming home and being an outsider. When it comes to getting involved, you don't have to join clubs or sports. You could go to football games, sporting events, well, that's the same thing. You could go to school sporting events, the dances that they put on, fundraising events. I personally never go to the fundraising events because I think they're boring, but I love going to sporting events like football games and hockey games and baseball games, lacrosse games. I love doing that. I also really enjoy the dances. So that's all the notes that I have written down for you guys. So I'll just answer a couple questions real quick that you guys asked me on Twitter. Miss Benson Jr. asked, did you have any peer pressure? This is something really important with high school. Yeah, I do have peer pressure all the time, actually. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys when I say this. People in my school will drink and smoke and try out drugs and all sorts of things. That is what happens when you get into high school. People are going to start doing that in high school, and you can't do anything about that. You can't change them for it. You can't make them stop. If that makes you uncomfortable, all that you can do is not do it. and to say no if you ever get offered. It's not a fun thing to say no to because everyone else is doing it and you will be the only sober one at a gathering or at a party or whatever. But if you're really, really uncomfortable with it and they are forcing you to do it, then they're not your friends. But if you're doing it just to fit in and to be cool with the other people, then that's not okay. That's not cool. That won't get you respect. That's just gonna end up looking really stupid in the long run. KDog9715 asks, I'm going to a bigger school this year as a sophomore. My class size is about 5 times bigger. I know no one. What would you do in my situation? Girl, I can relate to an extent. My school is huge. My school as a whole has about like 2,000 kids in it, and that's only from sophomore year to senior year, which is 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. 9th grade is its own building. I can relate when you say you're going into a school as a sophomore that is huge and you don't know many people. That's completely okay. I know where you're coming from. I sort of did that last year. I've never moved school, so I can't say what it's like to be a new girl. When it comes to meeting new people, just know that all the upperclassmen that are teasing you guys for being sophomores and fresh meat or whatever were in your exact same situation a year or 2 years ago. So I wouldn't worry about it too much because honestly, you're gonna start making those jokes too. People are gonna be nice. If you ask people like where to go, they're not gonna say no. Like no one is ever gonna be like, I'm not gonna tell you. Like they're gonna tell you. So people aren't as scary as they look, I promise you that. I made a lot of upperclassmen friends this year through my job, through Twitter, Instagram, I don't know. I just like however you make friends. Sporting events. I had a lot of friends in sporting events, so that always helps. BeautyGirl16 asks, what's it like having classes/lunch with upperclassmen? I don't know, having classes with upperclassmen is kind of intimidating. Most of the time you will have classes with your own grade because you are in your grade levels class. If you're taking an advanced class, like for me, that was algebra. I took algebra 2, which is an 11th grade course when I was in 10th grade. So I had class with a lot of 11th graders, but I also had class with a lot of 10th graders at the same time because there were multiple kids that were taking 11th grade math at the same time that I was in 10th grade. They're no different than you and me. They don't look down on you because you're a sophomore. You shouldn't look up at them because they're upperclassmen. You're in that class together for a reason. You guys are all equal. So I wouldn't stress it too much. They're nice, I promise. They're not gonna bite your head off. Lunch with them is fine. If you're friends with them, then you sit with them. If you're not friends with them, then you don't sit with them. And my last question is from Akatsusi Chick 10, and she says, is there a lot of homework? Okay, here's the thing. I'm really bad with doing my homework, so don't take my advice with this. I always get my homework done, and I don't know how I get it done, but I somehow do because I never remember doing my homework at home. I always do it like during other classes or in study halls. I never have like an insane amount of homework where I'm like, oh my god, I have so much homework, it's gonna take me like 4 hours. No, I never have that much, but I know my friend has homework like all the time, but it's because she gives herself that much homework. Like if there's an assignment due like next Tuesday, I'm not gonna do it until Monday night. I just procrastinate. So I procrastinate a lot, and with that being said, I don't have a lot of homework, but I mean, every school is different, every teacher is different, every class is different, every person's different. So it's really like up to you all as to how much homework you have. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you thought it was helpful at all, give it a thumbs up. This was actually really fun just sitting down and talking to you guys. I don't really do this too much, so let me know if you guys liked it. Maybe I'll do some more of these, but it's really hot out, so I'm gonna end it here. I'll talk to you guys all next Thursday. Make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss another video. I upload every single Thursday. Also, be sure to stay updated with me in between each Thursday upload by following me on my social media links such as Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. I'm always updating them literally all the time. That's why I don't get my homework done, because I procrastinate because of social media. Alright, I'll talk to you guys all in my next video. Bye.